Let me introduce you the Starts Federico on-site project at 3DMP. We talk about large-scale metal printing in the context of public art and furniture. First, I would like to talk about working strategy. We have the different partners. We have the artist and the tech producer, which is me and 3DMP, but we also have an external consultant, Tom Paslovsky, which is a researcher in robotic design and production, and this is our research team. The methodology is we try to create a short feedback loop. This short feedback loop is an evolution between a proposal, a prototype, and the feedback that comes from the prototype. This will generate different research elements. In this diagram, you can see how a first loop A1 will bring us to a new proposal A2 and so on. For proposal A, we would like to use the 3-axis machine, work with a parametric design, base it on a variable building brick and its multiple use. It should also work at multiple scales, have different outputs from design to architecture, and we also develop a custom CAD tool. Inspiration comes from nature, architecture, pop culture, and engineering. For the design, we use a parametric design strategy, starting from a surface, which can be variable, to a procedure to develop the output, which is the printing data, and the post-processing data, and the visualization to see the object in real. This is a first version, as we would like to work on different scales, and so we are now at the scale of a public art object in the context of public furniture. A second scale is the large one, which is more something about architecture or public art installations. Here are a series of alternative proposals. Before we can go to prototyping, we need to find solutions to have this object printed, knowing that the 3-axis machine is limited to an overhang of 30 degrees, which is the blue area needs to have a support. This is this first prototype. The feedback from this first prototype is the following one. Can we find a more innovative way to go over the 30 degrees overhang limitation? Proposal A2 is the use of a variable geometry to avoid this 30 degrees surface overhang by modifying the geometry. Here we have the second prototype, but we would like still to have other solutions. So we have some new proposals from those first two testing prototypes. And the first one would be to print a scaffolding, which would be also the element to create the surface geometry and the printing support. A second printing strategy would be that the contour would also create the support for the printing. For this, we needed to make several tests and prototypes before we could start with the final prototyping. Here you can see a couple of images of the process of the printing machine. And here you can see some images from the post-production in Marseille, and finally the images from the final print presented at Le 104. Thank you for listening, and let me thank all the people involved in this project.